At a functional level, ladies and gentlemen, the STI sector, which was recently created, can promote accelerated industrialization by promoting innovation as a vehicle for leveraging research and policy instruments for improved productivity in priority sectors of the national economy. This is now the coordination effect I'm talking about. We have been talking about silos, islands of operation. Agriculture is doing what it is doing, industry is doing what it's doing. They are not talking, but they are serving the same master called government of Uganda, but they are not connected. So the birth of the STI sector and the creation of a ministry running now as a secretariat is critically important because that's how we link the efforts in energy, in industry, in education, in ICT, agriculture, health, and the list goes on, of productive sectors of the national economy. And education, which concerns Kyambogo University here today, is extremely important because the output from here produces the skilled manpower that we need in all of these sectors. So energy is going to take a product from you, industry, the same, ICT, you name it. So the academia is very, very important. But the role of the STI sector, therefore, is more about coordinating and advocating for transition towards a knowledge-based economy, because that's where the world is going. And if you don't move with the times, you are left behind, you become obsolete, you become irrelevant. So we want to move from an agriculture-based economy towards a knowledge-based economy. And of course, academia is at the heart of that. That's why it's encouraging for some of us to come to a festival like this, where we're talking about the relevance of STEAM to national development. And you couldn't have a better theme than demystifying science, technology, and innovation for development, because that's what it's all about. Operationally, ladies and gentlemen, each of the productive sectors that I've mentioned in the national economy should take on its own STI-related objectives, projects, and activities. I think this is one of the areas where there has been confusion since the STI ministry and sector was created. This sector was not created to do our work. If our work as Yuri is to promote industrialization, that is our job. It doesn't mean that we sleep because there's a new prefect. But we expect coordination from that sector through the studies I talked about, because the studies will be saying, okay, the interventions should be having in the industry sector are these. And then at a planning level, at a national level, policy, in the policy sphere, the jobs would be allotted where they should be, so that NPA would say, from these recommendations, your role is this. Take it, here are your resources, implement. But even in doing that, there's a need for monitoring. So I think the STI sector would be a good one for that, as the initiator for advocating what should be done in different sectors. They would also be the ones to now be the monitor in terms of performance, outcomes, and effectiveness. And in doing this, I think, moderator, one of the things that we should do is to be honest as we go along. When we talk about sustainability, sometimes sustainability is taking stock of the things you have done, and if there is something which is not working very well, don't continue the program. Maybe change it or replace it with something else that is effective. Because in implementing, you're spending money. And we all agree, especially in the season we are right now, that we don't have enough money. Here we are borrowing sustain our operations as government? Shouldn't we also be rationalized? And it starts with us. When we say government, I always hear people say government hasn't. I am government. So we have a role to play in saying, okay, let us review the things we are doing institutionally and above, and we make the changes that are necessary, and that is part of evidence-based decision